Greetings all, this is Justinian the Great. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. As usual, I have with me everyone's favorite asshole, as he asked me to call him, Sam the Car Guy.
It's gonna rain. Wait, it's already raining.
It actually might be raining out. It actually might rain outside.
I mean, it's raining right
Yeah, it is
okay.
raining in Sly. But anyway, last time we took it, we got the first 3 treasure keys, I think, and Raleigh's hideout. And next we're gonna get the next two of them. In this episode, we're gonna get the next 2. So let's see. I will say. Okay, I will say I love this next little bit of dialogue, so...
Sly, see that machine wheel? If my knowledge of mechanical engineering serves me right, applying significant rotational torque to achieve maximum velocity will yield a positive result.
You mean something good might happen if I can get the wheel to spin fast enough?
Isn't that what I just said?
As a mechanical engineer, it half bothers me, but also makes perfect sense. Because it doesn't take a mechanical engineer to know that making the giant wheel spin makes good things happen.
Could also make bad things happen.
Duct tape is silver. Silence is golden. I don't know if I'm heard too well.
Way off the charts in here.
Here's one of those levels where they put the vault at the very beginning of the stage.
Ah, yes, we have to backtrack your entire way all
I mean,
the way
you can always finish the stage, you know, come back in and get the vault, but I was just like, hell no, I'm not doing that.
Because don't you have to finish the stage again if you do that?
No.
Now, this is another one of those things that makes no sense. Let's close those doors above fire, and that's going to stop fire. So do you just want to go back and show us that there's a vault there?
No, I was actually going back to see if there were any clues back there.
Makes sense. Like, they close it, but look, there's holes in it. So the fire should still come out. Oh, there's another spinning wheel. Make, like, duct tape and spin out.
I did appreciate the amount of coins I got from those things.
Yeah, you could almost get another horseshoe if you weren't already in gold.
And it actually, do you know what happens when you get 100 coins and you already have full horseshoes?
I don't remember.
You get an extra life.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
That's why I say it's easy to farm lives. Lives, even though they had lives, which was dumb in this game, it really didn't matter.
I love this section just because, you know, it starts out flying you down the way, and then it slowly slows down. It's real fun if you stay on it, and then it stops and you're like over lava where you have no choice but to just die.
Yeah.
I've done that a couple times.
I actually have not. I might have once. I might be lying.
I'm weird though, like, I've played through games and then I just like to screw around and see if I can almost break it without breaking it.
Honestly, I like to. Honestly, here's my. You know what my problem with completionism in video games is?
You have to overplay the game.
Well, not that. It's just kind of like it takes the fun out of a game to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, but it almost turns the video game itself into work. Why did I not grab that?
You did.
I did, but I jumped off. I mean...
Well, you didn't jump off intentionally. What happened is...
I did jump off intentionally.
Well, that's just dumb.
Yeah. Either one of those times it would have made it. That's the point. I'm not really caring.
Yeah, I can see that. But, if it were me, I have that weird OCD crap where, like, I refuse to miss a coin.
Well, I was doing. I am OCD too, but I tried to ignore it just for the sake of time constraints.
So you're not CDO, where the letters are in alphabetical order just as they should be.
No.
Rip.
Although my game collection is in alphabetical order.
It's not color coded. Oh, oh. You almost landed into the land of farts.
Is that the opening?
That's what she said. That dude just didn't care. He blew smoke. And it's like, okay. Is he gone? No. Well, who?
But anyway, you know, completionism is like, you know,
Fart.
completionism is like this. Completionism is the difference between taking a shit with your phone and taking a shit without your phone.
One of them makes it just so much better.
Yes, completionism is like taking a shit without your phone. It's work.
But you do spend 30% less time.
Yes. Well, in the case of video games, you spend more time with completion, trying to complete it.
Yeah, but if you don't have your phone in the bathroom, it takes you less time in the toilet.
Well, that's why I was well, I shouldn't spoil my idea for my business idea before that, but that's why I was thinking about coming up with something specifically for, like, apps specifically for people on the toilet.
Oh yes, I remember. It was a good idea.
Yeah,
You should
yeah.
develop it.
Yeah, Jimmy wasn't very happy. Jimmy didn't approve of the name.
R2.
PooTube.
Well, that could be an issue with YouTube in general.
What's that?
I wouldn't call it potty tube either, because that could come off wrong. You'll get a bunch of YouTube poop videos on here. You know what YouTube poop is, don't you?
You got some guy taking a shit?
No. That's poo-poo tube. YouTube poop is where somebody will dub over something and make earring. It's done a lot with SpongeBob or The Family Guy or... Yeah, SpongeBob and The Family Guy. The Guy of Family.
By the way, this episode isn't that long.
Not to be confused with Guy Fieri. Who's not to be confused with Pontiac Fiero.
Who's not to be confused by Ferrari.
Which people do.
That's strange.
Well, the Pontiac Fiero was a mid-engine vehicle that had very similar design style to a Ferrari Testarossa. Get the coin. Good job, Larry.
See, it wasn't as much going back as it is having to traipse through the entire level forward again, because they made it easy to go back. But you still have to go through the same damn crap going forward.
Yeah, that is always a pain. But still, it always bothers me with those, because it just doesn't... There's holes. You can't have a hole and stop fire.
I never did notice the holes.
Next time you're on this level, go back and look at the holes. But don't spend too much time, because then it'll open up and you'll have some nice crispy bacon. Except it's a raccoon, not a pig. So you'll have crispy bandit.
Isn't that the same as when shooting a bandit, shooting a psycho with a fire weapon?
No, that's called pleasure for fun. That's the equivalent of getting the psychos off on Borderlands. Or getting attacked by freaking midgets.
I don't think I'm ever gonna forget that. Just to give context, like, we were in one of the arenas in Borderlands 2, and Sam was just like, I was standing closer to like closer to where the enemies come out. Yet they all go out. An army of midgets basically comes out, and they all go for Sam.
I am a midget magnet.
Yet they never seem to actually like you. They all seem to want to hurt you.
Even the one time I dated a midget.
Did you technically date her though?
Does it count if you only get up to the knees? No offense to any of my vertically challenged friends out there.
Oh, watch this stupid damage.
Oh, the
This rat's got
barrels.
pegged.
I love...
The barrels were great, except in the final level.
Don't you get it, Sly? If you
Of
step
one?
on that rug,
Of one.
forget about becoming a master thief.
And two also had there was one job that was
Wait a
kind of
second.
annoying with
What if I
barrels.
jumped into that barrel for protection?
I don't know.
It was an arpeggio stage where you had to basically trace a barrel all the
That
way
was
down.
my favorite one, and I'll tell you why.
Mm.
With the barrel, you could get... Oh, that's another thing I love about the barrels, too, is like, things get stuck to them, and they stay, so you can, like, get things stuck in the barrels in different ways. But
What's
in
this stupid damage right here?
arpeggios... I mean, you did technically not destroy the globe before you went out there.
Yeah, I destroyed one of them.
That's on you. But anyway, so in arpeggios level, they would put the extra things on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you blew it up and you restarted, you could have two of the things. So you could jump in the barrel and make it look like tail lights. And so I would put tail
That would
lights.
entertain you.
I would put tail lights on my barrels, and then I would proceed to run around the entire blimp with tail lights, looking like a Cadillac. Now, how stupid do you have to be? The barrel moves.
I know.
But then again, he is an octopus. So
Are they
that
known
really
for
makes me question it even more.
By the way, extra life, just out of nowhere.
I guess the octopuses, octopi? Is it octopi? Yeah, it's octopi. Unlike ox, where it's oxen. Let's just have a flock of octopi, or octopin. That sounds like a drug that you would take for like some issue.
Octopi?
Bowel movement.
Octopin.
Octopin.
Octopin, nice.
I have bowel movement issues, so I'm gonna take some octopin. That sounds about right.
You know, I really love this one joke in Big Bang Theory. It was when Howard and Bernadette were getting married. They had they put Imodium AD in one thing, and they had laxatives in another, and they labeled them, and Penny labeled them Stop and Go.
That's clever. My favorite one though is the one you sent me where they were talking about tech support, and then they call it, and then Raj.
Yes, Raj answers. It's my father, you jerks.
It's my father, you jerks. I can't do the Raj very well. Just how many barrels are we gonna put in friggin' place?
But Howard does Raj very well.
I don't remember how Raj is Howard. I remember his Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, well, he did all kinds of voice impressions, and there were some really funny ones though. But he once did Raj. One of my favorites is in the first season where they set up where Raj first finds out that he can talk to women when he drinks. Howard set up the date with him by impersonating Raj.
Because I have a problem with this section.
The spotlight will still see you.
What is that bullshit?
I guess they sense motion?
Clearly not.
I mean, that was pretty, Oh, by the way, I have to show you how I got around one of probably the parts that, always, like, were difficult for me.
Does that guy not care that he just heard books get crushed? See, that's one of the things I loved about the second game too, was the use of noise to lure guards.
Yeah.
There was a thing I used to do that was really fun. That was I would go somewhere with Bentley over a ledge, and then I would begin to drop bombs over the ledge. Because in the game you can drop 3 bombs at a time before it won't let you drop any more. 4. Close enough. Anyway, so I would drop them. And what's really neat about it is, so when one of them would go off, if you were dropping some that weren't quite active, they would go flying off somewhere. And so you could just drop all these bombs. The hardest part in the second game was because Bentley wasn't in his wheelchair yet. You had to be almost where you fell off to drop them. But you could drop these bombs, and all the guards would come running to where the sound is. And the flashlight guards would just sit there and watch, like, what is this thing that's blowing up in front of me? And then all these the little guards would, like, run around, they get all freaked out, and then one would go flying off somewhere. So then all these creatures would just run through the bomb mine and get blown to pieces. Like, they just watch it. In the third game, it was easier because his bomb arm was long.
Yes.
So you could just stand at the edge and just drop them, and you could drop 4 bombs, and they do the same thing. So you got bombs flying everywhere. It was great.
You know, a lot of Sly 1. I mean, it's a lot of Sly 2. A lot of Sly 3. It's funny that Bentley is better in a wheelchair.
I mean, he is a turtle, and they're not known for being fast.
Yeah. Bentley is better in his wheelchair. My favorite thing, if we're talking about favorite screw-around things, I would take the grapple cam.
That was fun.
Put it on a blimp in the third stage in the game, the Holland. I would take the grapple cam, put it on the blimp, and then just taunt all the guards.
You know what I would do?
And watch all the guards follow the blimp.
You know what I would do?
What?
I would kind of do the same thing, except I would put the grapple cam on the light.
Of the flashlight guard?
No. Of the blimp.
Yeah, that's how I would do.
You know why? Because then it shoots the laser out of the light. And so in the coffee house, here's a really neat thing, I don't know if you know about it, but in the Venice episode, after you kind of complete the game or something, there, if you go back into kind of the town square, there's a Sly icon on the police station, and when you open it, it opens the third coffee house where you have to find out Tony the Killer Bee. And you can go inside of it.
Yeah.
And so I would go in there, and I'd go in there with Bentley and put the grapple cam up on the light, where it would just start randomly shooting lasers all over the thing, and every now and then actually hit Bentley. And I'd have fun with it. I'd go put on like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and have a violent rock show just going off in the coffee house. Here you are farming your lives again.
Yep. And so, next time, on the next episode, alright, so we're going to go over here, we're going to destroy the generator.
Important thing to do.
Yes.
Let's throw the keys
into the locks. And take a look at all those coins.
Coingasms. Better move
And
fast.
so next time, on Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, we're going to see what's on the other side of this pipe.
And it's not what she said.
No, it's not. So this is Justinian the Great and Sam the Car Guy signing off.
Pieces.